Hi everyone, myself Surendra R, working as a data scientist intern in the Spark Foundation. Let's jump it into the task of Spark Foundation. Here the task 1 of the Spark Foundation, here is the we should predict the percentage of students based on the number of study hours. This is a simple linear regression task as it involves just two variables. We can use R, Python and SAS or any other tool. The data is given in this link and the problem statement is what will be the predicted score if the student studies for 9.25 hours a day. Let's jump it into the Jupyter Notebook. Here we are going to use Jupyter Notebook for solving this problem. This is a problem statement defined here. I will put this notebook link in GitHub, catch on in the description. Here the statement is in the regression task, we will predict the percentage of marks that the student is accepted to score based upon the number of hours they studied. This is a simple linear regression task as it involves just two variables. Our task is to predict the score of a student who studies for 9.25 hours. Once again, myself Surendra Nar. Let's do it by step process. Step 1. We are importing all required libraries in this notebook. It's like Pandas, NumPy, and Lux, and Matplot, and sklearn. The main is train, split, and linear regression. Here, important to note here, the Lux is a newly launched library. Here, this is for using data visualization. Let's see the use of Lux. Yep. Step 2. Here, let's run the step 1. Yep. The step 2 is reading the data from CSV file and visualization path. Let's copy the path from the downloaded link and paste here and put R to omit this. It will ignore the step. Okay. Let's copy that paste and you will get the path here. And again, store your own name s underscore data or something else you need it. Next move on to s underscore ed. Generally we see the header, it will gives 5 upper row of the data sets or a data frame. Let's see. Now we will call the data frame. Here is the data frame. Now we can see the function of Lux. Let's see. This is a data frame. The newly added one is a toggle panda and Lux. Click on to that. Boom. There is a correlation graph provided as by the Lux instantly. This is, you can see there is a positive linear trend over the graph. This is we get easy visualization through Lux. Just try it out. This is launched for 2020 only. Let's try it out. This is developing one. Catch out in lux/org in GitHub. Okay, the step 3 process is we found that there is a linear regression over here and there is a positive trend over here. So next step is preparing the data for modeling or algorithm training. Here the next step is to divide the data into attributes, that is inputs, and labels as outputs, and split the data into training and test sets. This is for validation purpose, how good our model is running. Now see what are the columns here. There is a R column and scores column here. There are two or object type. Let's see the shape of the data frame is 25 rows and two columns, and we will split the train and test. Here the test size is 25% of overall data and it is randomly picked. Now we can see the train shape is 18 rows and 2 columns and test shape is 7 rows and 2 columns. Here the train X is the feature that affecting the target, and train Y, the Y means it is the target, that is the score. So In this train X, we are eliminating the target variable, that is the scores, and train Y, we are only taking the target variable. This process continues again for the test data also. And now the step 4, training the algorithm. We have splitted our data into training and test sets, and now it's finally time to train our algorithm. Let's do it. LR. LR equal to linear regression. This is the linear regression from sklearn. We call that here and run it here. And then we are fitting our uh, algorithm for training on train X and train Y. We will be building the algorithm or training the algorithm or train X and train Y. Let's find the coefficient. Coefficient of that algorithm, trained algorithm is 9.6, and the intercept is about 2.048. Let's visually see the uh, line drawn over that we have made the algorithm right. We see here visually. Here the line is generated by general formula, but it's y equal to mx, m into x plus c. The m is the coefficient, the x is the data, and c is the intercept. Let's see, they are drawn, and the plot that scatter, just put the scatter plot here, and train x comma line gives the line trend over here, and finally it shows the rate. Let's run it here. Here you can see that our builder algorithm line linear regression like is slice over and it's going good. Let's make the time to do prediction, right? Everything is done and set. Now step 5 is for making prediction. Now we have trained our algorithm. It's time to make some prediction, right? Yep, guys. There we are going to predict our test data. This is a validation data already. We are separated from the overall data. Let's do it. We are, yep, this is a line to predict that test X. Yep, predicted, and we should compare the exact actual value. The actual value is stored in test Y, which is the target variable we already separated, and PR is the predicted variable. Here we can see this is the actual 20, and 16 is a predicted by our trained algorithm. This is the difference of 4 or 3 something else, and here is 54, and this is 48. This is a 6 difference, and 35. This is much closer. 67. This is also much closer. Here the 7 differences, and here very close. This approximately very good. This is 98 or something, 97% accuracy. And let's see, here I'll score some marks if there is. Now, how the model is good enough? So we have to evaluate our model based the data given with us. That's why only we split it, train and test. This is the evaluation time. The step 6 is evaluating the model. The final step is to evaluate the performance of the algorithm. This step is particularly important to compare how well different algorithms perform on a particular data set. For simplicity here, we have chosen the mean squared error. There are many such matrices. Okay, let's do it. We are called sklearn matrix. From that, we are called mean squared error. That is generally called as RMSE. We are going in the RMSE, root mean squared error. This is the root mean squared error. This is a formula. This is a code to find the root mean square. We are called mean squared error, text, the actual data, the test X, and a predicted value. That squared is equal to false. Generally, the if you give false only, it will calculate the root mean squared error. Else, it will solve mean squared error. Let's see for false, then you see for true. It is 4.79. If you tried with true means, let's see, it is 23. This is what we are using for. Yep. Yep. Yeah. Now our model is good enough. The 4 is good, very good. Actually, generally 90% is good enough to go ahead. This is a better model. I think so. It is a better model as previous for the project. And finally, the solution area. Yes, we are giving a solution for the question. Let's go back to the question. What will be the predicted score if the student studies for 9.25 hours a day? Let's bring it here. Our algorithm study to predict R is equal to 9.25 hours, and our own prediction is LR dot predict, and that R we call that value here. Now we are just printing that R and the code here, right? Boom. For the our algorithm predicted that 9.5 hours studied means the score will be 91.40 and 75 and goes on. Let's just see here. That's all for you in task 1. Let's catch it up later with task 2. Goodbye. Let's check it out the GitHub link and YouTube link, and for any other queries put the comments below. Bye.